Alright guys, you don't have to watch this video, but it will help if you are struggling with graphing r of theta. So again, what we're going to do, just like we did in class, is we're going to graph this side, and then we'll just repeat the pattern over here. Just because we don't need to plot every individual point, since we know that it's going to cycle and just keep repeating the same. Okay, so r of theta is cosine of theta plus pi minus 2. So I'll start with r of 0, just like we always did in class. That's going to be cosine of 0 plus pi minus 2. And I want you guys to be careful that you don't evaluate this until this is taken care of. So whatever's inside the parentheses, deal with that, then evaluate cosine of whatever that angle is. Don't get ahead of yourself. So 0 plus pi is pi. So we're dealing with cosine of pi minus 2. Now you can evaluate cosine of pi. So what we're asking is, what is the x-coordinate when we are at pi radians? And a lot of you like to think of this in degrees. So if you want to, just make a note to yourself that that's really 180. You can think of it as cosine of 180. So what is the x-coordinate when you're on the unit circle and you're at 180 degrees? And that's going to be -1. So we have to do -1 minus 2, which is -3. All right, so we're going to put a point right there at -3. 0, -3. Okay, let's do r of pi over 2. That's the same as cosine of pi over 2 plus pi minus 2. If you want to add these fractions, you can. What a lot of people are doing, and I think it works really well if you do this, is think of this as 90 degrees and this as 180 degrees. So what is 90 degrees plus 180 degrees? That's 270 degrees. What is cosine of 270? It's 0. 0 minus 2 is -2. So we've got the new point, pi over 2, -2. Then we have r of pi, do the same thing. That means cosine of pi plus pi minus 2. Pi plus pi is 2 pi. So that's the way I would think of it. If you'd rather think of it as 180 degrees plus another 180 degrees, which gives you a grand total of 360 degrees, you can. And cosine of 360 degrees is 1, so we have 1 minus 2, which is -1. So that puts us here. Okay, so it looks like they're steadily climbing, but as we know, these functions are going to cycle. So it's going to peak at some point and come back down, then it's going to head back the other direction. So if we have r of 3 pi over 2, that's the same as cosine of 3 pi over 2 plus pi minus 2. So let's think about it in terms of degrees. 3 pi over 2 is 270 degrees. Plus another 180 is going to bring you all the way to the top of that circle to 450 degrees. So really we're dealing with cosine of 450 minus 2. And cosine of 450 is 0 because that's the x-coordinate when we're at 450 degrees. 0 minus 2 is -2. So we're back. We're moving back down the cycle again. And the last one that I'm going to do in this video is going to be r of 2 pi. So that means we have cosine of 2 pi plus pi. This one I'm going to think about in terms of radians the whole way. If you want to do it the other way, you can. I'm just showing you this is another way to think about it. So cosine of 2 pi plus pi is going to be cosine of 3 pi, which is 540 degrees. Cosine of 540 is going to be -1. -1 minus 2 is -3. So that puts us here. So remember to connect it. And remember that it should have some curve to it. It shouldn't be a straight line connecting these. And that's only half of it, right? That's one cycle. But if we continue this on, which you should, and if you keep plugging in points, you'll see that at negative pi over 2, we're back at negative 2. At negative 1, or at negative pi rather, we're at negative 1. At negative 3 pi over 2, we'd be back at negative 2. And then at negative 2 pi, we'd be at negative 3. So we continue this right along just like that. And hopefully that lines up with your predictions that you had for what this function would look like. I would say that its midline is at negative 2. So if you predicted that the midline would be at negative 2, you were right. And it looks like the whole function has been shifted to the left 1 unit. So that's what's really happened here. It hasn't actually reflected. It's this plus pi that's taken this whole thing and shifted it over pi units. So the whole function has just been moved. So in the original function, it was this peak that sat right here. And now, since the whole thing has been shifted by pi to the left, and then the midline has been moved down, that's where that new peak is. All right, so hopefully that gives you an idea of how it is that we go through and graph that function. So you'll just need to use my notes key to define the terms below, and then you guys can move on to doing the practice packet that's been given to you in class. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow.